guys have tribalism also. You have tribalism in South Africa. What are you talking about?
Let me tell you something. All of us are
projecting. Stop lying.
We are from different tribes, different nations within South Africa, but we even hear each other speak. We are not calling each other names. We are happy. I stay next to a Zulu person, next to a Xhosa person, and a Tonga person.
I'm sorry. Can you name the languages of the presidents that we have had over those 30 years? Can you name the tribes they are from to show them that we don't vote because of tribe? We vote just because a person is a person and who they are.
Exactly.
Can you name? We had Xhosas, we had Zulus. Now we have a vendor president. We don't have tribalism.
We had a president, Khalima Motante. We had a Zulu president.
And a Zulu president. Two Zulu presidents actually.
Our cabinet is full of all
two Xhosa president.
Our ministers, our parliament is there's every tribe that is represented.
But what are these ministers doing for you? Your unemployment rate is like 40%. What are they doing for you?
But unemployment is everywhere. Even here in America, there's unemployment.
Yes,
Unemployment problems are everywhere. And let me tell you, for a country that's having so much influx of immigrants in South Africa, we have to struggle with unemployment because there's people who come from different countries illegally to come work for a low minimum wage. The very same thing that is happening in America. So what is new with unemployment? Do you think you can bash us with unemployment?
Well, you're trying to bash Nigeria with unemployment. You hear on the prompt, it says Nigeria is...
Was it us or was it the Nigerians who were crying because of that? Did you see the ladies who were crying on the internet about how Nigeria is impoverished and how everything is expensive and how they cannot afford and how the salaries are not going up? How is that?
Inflation is everywhere. Inflation is everywhere. Inflation is everywhere.
Was it not your president who came on national TV and said, we are hungry, at least we can manage our hunger? And you want us not to say anything about that? Was it not your president? Was it South Africans who said that?
You guys, you are so unfair to your fellow Nigerians because you manage your hunger outside the country, but you are telling them to stay in it.
Stop spreading misinformation. If you don't know what you're talking about,
the problem is Nigerian men, they come on the internet to pretend to be rich. And the things are not going well at home. Learn to be honest with yourself.
Just look at their pictures.
I can't speak to you if you don't have a South African name. Keep quiet. Mute.
No, I can't use my...
Van Persie is a Zulu name. Stop talking rubbish.
Van Persie is not a Zulu name. Van Persie is not a Zulu name.
Educate yourself.
Afrikaner name. I'm an Afrikaner. Van Persie is an Afrikaner name.
They love blaming us. It was Tinubu who went on international TV.
Anything intellectual, whatever. I think we should just at some point a prompt. What does intellectual mean to you? But
they
love abusing words, especially xenophobia.
They understand what it means.
Anyway, what is it? Unconquered I.
Ubaba. Hi guys, I just joined your live. It's the first time joining your live and it's very interesting. I hear you arguing with Nigerians about their way of living. They're trying so hard to compare themselves with us and it's not gonna work. I can promise you that.
Yeah,
I mean, Nigerian budget, I don't even know what's the comparison. Can you compare yourself? I mean, you are a population of 250 million people. Their budget is 31 million US dollars. Our population is 63 million. Our budget is 141 billion US dollars, but they want to compete with us. I mean, what's
is it not 400?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense at all.
The LK GDP, that one is a GDP. It work a budget and not GDP.
Our budget is in the trillion, my dear.
Commanders, I'm pleading to you, commanders. I'm pleading, you know, as South Africans, we are not obsessed with this title of your giant of Africa.
No, we don't care about that.
Let's give that title to Nigeria, my commanders.
They can keep it, yes.
They can keep that title, commanders. We must not be obsessed of calling ourselves giant of Africa. Let them keep that title.
Yeah, we don't care about that title. It's useless anyway. What's the point of saying that you're a giant, but your women are crying on the internet for food?
Let them keep that title. It's theirs.
It's crazy that it's women. It's crazy that it is women who
why don't you guys own the
Shut up.
You know, you're so brave to
Shut up.
It's okay. It's okay. You're gonna get your turn. Why are you
America when I was Ulla.
Why?
American
I keep saying
when it comes to this TikTok lives,
panel paint, you must know that they are here. There is no say in Nigeria who's in Nigeria who'd be bothered about us complaining about our country. Whenever you see a Nigerian coming up on the panel and bashing us and being emotional, you must just know he's pain because he's part of the problem. He's here.
They are feeling the rejection, but
yes,
they are feeling it.
And the funny part of it is that if South Africa can recall all the companies, the South African companies that are doing business in Nigeria, that country will be poorer than even Uganda. Because there will be no telephone communication, there will be no internet in Nigeria, there will be no ShopRite, no Spa, no nothing. So they will be very, very poor.
They're already poor.
We will never leave the country. Well, especially when you think of places like when it comes to places like Nigeria, their population, they need us. MTN does better there, but because that's the only way they can communicate. But they come here acting like, hey, they are high up there when we are doing them a favor. Although we're getting profit out of it.
Okay, the Unconquer. When you're talking about ShopRite, those are not black those are not black people owning those companies. So you can't take credit saying that's South African. Those are white people.
Oh, okay? You are very clueless.
You're taking credit. You're taking credit for something that you haven't done. Give me black South African accomplishment.
Wait, don't shout and be emotional. Educate yourself before you embarrass yourself.
You are clueless. Engaging you further is a waste of time. Waste of time.
Waste
of time. These people.
Okay, who's the owner of ShopRite? Who's the owner of ShopRite? Tell me. Who's the owner of ShopRite? Because I know. Tell me.
We don't even use ShopRite.
We're not gonna tell you. You came here screaming, said it was a white person. Keep that. Keep that. We're not gonna teach you.
Yeah,
I
want to ask you one question.
Run with that narrative.
I want to say one thing.
Stupid arguments.
I want to say one thing. When this men, they're here on the panel screaming, they never said anything once about the government and how their country's running and how they're disappointed and them standing and trying to push back on the government. No. But when it was women who did it. But here on the panels, it's men making noise. But when they were supposed to be making noise in the right places, they were not doing that. Women had to make noise. Women who are even threatened, who are even who are even afraid to talk. Women are afraid to talk, but men come here on the panel screaming at us. This energy is supposed to be directed to Tinipu. Like that woman, she felt the frustration of what has happened in Nigeria. She didn't come on our panels and screamed. And you never had white South Africans coming to the panel screaming about anything that has nothing to do with them. But they want to come here and tell us if we're screaming to fix our country. Are you angry that we have the spirit of fighting and you guys don't? What are you against exactly?
But focus on your own country. Why are you making a live about talking about Nigeria? Focus on your own country.
Nigerians are focusing to South Africa. The Nigerians are focusing to our country.
No, you guys are focusing on Nigeria. Nigeria doesn't care about you.
No, we're going to focus on Nigeria until all the Nigerians that are in South Africa pack their bags and leave. We are tired. We have so many Nigerians that are, as we speak right now, there's a fresh story that is happening of your Nigerian brother who did so bad. Now our African sister is left to raise
the most Googled African
little Nigerians.
South Africa, like majority of them wanna come here. They are even Googling about our country.
Not only that, do they know how many Nigerian kids are left in South Africa that are left to be supported by South African men and the South African government?
By the government.
So we should not speak on that. Now we have a woman
brothers are raising
who's
them.
left to raise three flat-headed Nigerians, and she doesn't want to date Nigerians anymore. Who must raise those kids? And when we say we are frustrated, they want to tell us how to feel. Our brothers and sisters and our brothers and our government are supposed to raise those kids now.
In Nigeria, somebody was saying it's not a black business. But I think people should know that there's a thing that call it BEE in South Africa. So there's no way that a big company can be in South Africa if there's no South African inside. I was at most of the time I was in Nigeria. Kimutswana mma, bana ba Kimutswana. Ma Nigeria ba tshwana le ba Xhosa. Ha ba go nyala ba go fa lebitso. So, to be honest, you cannot compare Nigeria with South Africa. You can't. So there's so many things that is going in Nigeria whereby sometimes I get shocked when I listen online here. Here's a Nigerian, more especially who are not even in South Africa, who are in Nigeria, who are actually crying to come to South Africa. Once I put my feet in Lagos, Abuja, and Owerri, everybody's gonna ask me, Chizoba, can't you make a plan that I can go to South Africa? Now, it's very funny that they can come here and say something is better in Nigeria. There is nothing in Nigeria, Bantwana Basbagiti. There is absolutely nothing. Everyone in Nigeria wants to get out of Nigeria as we speak. Everyone. Because there's no life, to be honest. I've been in Nigeria for more than 15 years. I was waiting for my children to grow up and then I can take them somewhere out of Nigeria. They are out of Nigeria. They're not in South Africa. They're in Europe. You know, I'm back home because my husband passed away. But I don't see myself to be in Nigeria. I don't see my children to be in Nigeria because there's no life there. So please, guys from Nigeria, don't come here and talk bullshit about South Africa because you know very well there's absolutely nothing in Nigeria. And this thing of Nigerian come here and say HIV, what is too much in South Africa. Dear, how many newborn children in Nigeria who are born with HIV? Because their parents doesn't know their status. Out of 100, only one child will be negative. So every baby in Nigeria as we speak, they are HIV positive because of their parents. Because their parents don't know their status. For them to go and check their status is money. You know what I mean? There's nothing free in South Africa. In Nigeria, if your mother, your sister, or your child is admitted in the hospital in Nigeria, you as a family, you need to go and sleep there. Because for a nurse to check on that person, it's a money. You as a individual, as parents or family, there is money for the nurse, money for the doctor, money for where your people are sleeping. You know what I'm saying? You need to sleep there to give your patient, somebody who's sick. And you even go outside, outside, we know about the bills somewhere around. They can't even give. So they mustn't come here to talk bullshit. That's absolutely nonsense. So Nigeria, just keep quiet. I know Nigeria in and out. I know what is going on there. So nobody's gonna come here and insult South Africa because you are here because South Africa is actually batini. It's milk and honey in South Africa. It's a small heaven for you guys. So just be honest and accept. There's nothing wrong to say, guys, we really accept this is what's happening in Nigeria. Thank you very much, guys. That is the only thing that brought me here. And I'm going to leave because I have to go to work. So I hope I'm anybody show. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm going to leave the platform. Thank you so much.
But I agree, Nigeria does have problems. Nigeria, we do have issues. Our economy is not the best, but Just because we want to defend our country because we're prideful, it doesn't make us wrong.
And we never said
So
we don't
it
have
makes
a
us
problem.
wrong to defend our country, but you
Then it
like
make
you've
us
got a
wrong
right
to
to
make
defend your
defend our
country, but we
country.
don't.
Anyway.
So Koto, if you were listening to the lady that was presenting a story about Nigeria, do you agree with all the information that she has shared, or you disagree? And
I agree with some parts, but she said that all children in Nigeria have HIV. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is a lie.
Most of them.
Most of them.
Most like
majority.
70%, about 70.
Most
Even
of
She
them.
didn't say most of them. She said all. She said all.
No,
Most of them.
she's not making it up. Even UNICEF, like go to UNICEF and website, you will see that they say 75% of children that are born in Nigeria, they are born with HIV. So it's not a lie.
Guys, they don't have HIV. They have full-blown AIDS, and that's why I want us to correct ourselves. They don't have HIV. It's a full-blown AIDS because most of their parents die because they don't have ARVs and they're not tested. So the virus it suppresses the kids. So it's not HIV. It's AIDS. AIDS. You can live with HIV, but you die with AIDS. AIDS, not HIV.
I would like to comment on this from somebody who's coming from an international
Hi, when Oscar Bora Jolofina, I saw you on some other life or Unyakale Nigeria Lele Badele Tablele Shapang 60 round. You have no shame when you are even asking them for money. You are a disgrace.
These are the ones who are selling our country to this coward from Nigeria. You know her.
It's Nigeria. Nigeria is like 2% of your population. It's not even a lot of people.
Oh, what are you saying, man?
What are you saying,
Black
Sokoto?
American.
Like I can't hear
Black
you. You're busy
American.
making noise.
Fake Black American. You came here and said you are a Black American.
Lebo gang. Mute your mic. Lebo gang, mute your mic.
He doesn't even want to identify as a Nigerian.
Lebo gang,
That is
mute.
Black
Lebo gang, mute.
American.
Fuck off, now. Fuck off. Who are you to tell me to mute? Who are you?
Mute, please.
So why do you think Nigerians are not welcome in most of the countries around the world? Why do you think
They are welcome. They are welcome.
Don't lie.
Your passport is very weak. You've got the weakest
Nigerian
passport in the whole
they're being
country.
deported everywhere?
So don't lie.
It's in the top 3 most flagged.
Van Persie, mute.
It's number 1 of the most flagged
I'm going to
passports.
drop you if you keep telling me.
You know, I have this friend. She's Xhosa. Her kids. She just had a child. She came here to America to give birth. So her child is half Nigerian. So when she went back to South Africa, I asked her like, has she started the citizenship process for her child? She said, yeah, I got my child the South African citizenship. And I was like, oh, okay. So when are you gonna? Because she always goes to Nigeria. I'm like, when are you gonna do the Nigerian one? She's like, I'm not gonna do that. Like my child is okay with an American citizenship and the South African one. The Nigerian one is useless. So even them, they know it's useless and no one wants it. And that is why the minute they get citizenships in these other countries, they throw away that other passport. We know.
Also, it's not like it's the best.
Stop lying.
It's not the best. It's not the best. Is it the best?
You
I
see,
love it when
that's
he's
the problem with you
exposing
guys.
his
You
level
love
of
projecting.
intelligence.
You
No.
love projecting.
Allow him to expose his level of education because it's very hilarious. You're saying what? Sokoto, continue, my brother. I say South African passport is what?
I say if you look at the rankings of the passports internationally, right? South Africa, where does that rank on the national scale? You guys are acting like your passport is so amazing. Is it a lot of other countries have better passports than you guys?
I like it when you become emotional and not
Thank you, Mommy. Thank you.
Continue. We're exposing your level of stupidity. Anyway, let's move on to the next person. We are not even gonna tell you. Run with that narrative.
Thank you.
Sokoto,
Yes.
Sokoto, do you know how many countries I could travel to with on a South African passport without me having a visa?
Oh, tell me.
No, please, and conquer, please. Don't even
Educate me, because
allow him to remain stupid and emotional. Don't even tell
Over
him.
100 countries
No,
around the world.
Unconquer.
But host, you're also being emotional too.
Don't do
You're
that.
also emotional also. Host, you're also emotional.
No, don't do that. I'm not emotional.
Yes,
I'm
you
not
are.
emotional. Otherwise,
You
I would
are.
have wanted to defend your stupidity with the truth. But I'm not gonna do that.
You were shouting on here, insulting Nigerians, and you tell me you're not
Bad
emotional?
boy, bad body. Hi, bad body.
Hi. How are you
How are
guys?
you?
Good.
I'm good, thanks. And you?
I am very well. Abuti Sokoto, you need to relax. I'm just bending up where I'm sitting. You need to relax because you're not telling yourself the truth. You are hiding. Oh, he's gone. He's hiding.
No, they removed him. Jack removed him.
So they're just hiding behind whatever that they're hiding because they know they're looking for greener pastures. They're everywhere, scattered around the world. It's not like they're being hated, but we hate what they're doing to people. I think they're missing the point, you know? It's not like people really hate them, but we just hate how they treat and do things to people, which is not nice. That's why people are backfiring. That's why the world says they don't want to see them. That's what it is. I'm just getting angry. Anyway, good evening, gents, ladies and gentlemen. My apologies.
Hi, guys, don't allow him back on the panel. He doesn't even add any value on the panel. Having a conversation with Sokoto is just a waste of time. He lacks intelligence. Let's rather find a worthy Nigerian to have a conversation with. Hi, Abuba.
Hi everyone, I'm the host. I'm greeting you. My name is Abubakar and I'm streaming from the Gambia. I found you on a great conversation between South Africa and Nigeria, a country in the West Africa. Are you hearing me?
Walaikum salam.
Yes, we can hear you, Abubakar.
Okay. It's a good afternoon to all of you. My name is Abubakar and I'm streaming from the Gambia. I found you on a great conversation that is between your South Africa and Nigeria, where you are telling the Nigerian the reality, whether they accept it or not, before attacking any country. As we used to say here, before attacking a human being, look at yourself first. If you look at yourself, then you will find it not necessary to attack any other person. No country in Africa can attack each other. If you can attack us more than we can. The only problem in your country we are seeing that is the superior and the inferiority of race which we are inherited. That the government is supposed to do something of that nature, but here in West Africa, especially in their country, Nigeria, they are seeing the suffering. Hundreds and thousands of Nigerians leave their country every day to go and find greener pasture in other countries. And the most sad of it is that people are looking them as criminal everywhere. In my country, very few people believe in Nigerians. Even when they see Nigerians, they're terrified because of what they believe as Nigerians to be criminals and the like. But always we pray that that is not the problem, that is not the reality. It's go up to we conquer with Professor P.L. Lumumba, who said, if Nigeria is free, the whole African continent is free. Because if you are saying the best doctor among us is the Nigerian, the best lawyer is a Nigerian, the best engineer is a Nigerian, but also the Yahoo boys who destroy the name of their whole country is a Nigerian. Most of them are walking into the shower because I'm reading the comment where others of you are saying they are both the husband and the wife will be selling the powder. You see, all this we are things that people know of them. Firstly, they should look at themselves and try to change their country than attacking. You will see before they attack other they should not attack other government, because if you are looking at the worst type of government is their government. You can see it's a trend of military men who are coming to their country taking over power from the early 1960s. When they start coup d'etat, because all of these guys who come, except Tinubu, they were all members of the military junta who once overthrown in their country, later again come and been elected as president, especially to that guy Sokoto who was there. We know who are supporting these guys, the members of the people of Sokoto, this caliphate, who are the northern people, and all these presidents are northern, and they don't do nothing in their country. They should stop this. Their tribe. They are calling your country is a racial country, but their country too is a tribal country. That tribalism is the head of their development. Thank you very much.
My brother, a little bit. Let me just say something. Panelists, this is Ricky. Someone actually mentioned me in the comment and say calling us Nizobona. I found this account and I commented something. Let me just that Ricky posted her son. That's why they're cyberbullying Ricky. But yeah, on their parents, now I understand why Nigerian women are so masculine. Shame. It is. Hey. No, it's tough. Really.
Yes.
It's for survival.
Yes.
It's for survival. They look really masculine because 1 in 3 Nigerian women has experienced actually experienced GPV from a man. You know, the GPV stats are there. They are staggering, but people don't keep records. They even don't record. But now I know why they look so masculine. The economy is tough. It's a patriarchal society. So they have to look like masculine to defend themselves from their apex predators, who are the men. Yeah, thank you very much.
Look and behave like masculine.
One Percy, that was not necessary.
Yeah.